I know you don't speak for Joe Douglas. You're friends with him, and but he was front and center yesterday that Jamal Adams was on the block and Le'Veon Bell was as well. Joe Douglas went on Michael K's show in New York to say he wasn't shopping them; he was just listening. What was happening there, best you can tell?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty normal situation where you kind of say who's untouchable on your team. And he's, Sam Darnold, the quarterback's untouchable. You've got a young guy that you believe is the future at that most important position. Outside of that, you listen. So, I mean, it's not like he's calling teams saying, hey, what do you give me for Jamal Adams? He gets a call from the Cowboys. They put together what I read was an offer of a first-round pick, which was not nearly enough to part with somebody like that. But you kind of gauge the value of your players. But the fact that he didn't trade these guys tells you what their value is, and I think that's just being a responsible GM. I listened to Joe's press conference yesterday, and I haven't had a chance to talk to him, but he said, "Look, from where I'm from, people call, you listen." And he didn't mention the name, but where he's from is Ozzie Newsome. That's where Joe spent over a decade learning from, in my opinion, the best in the business. The difference, I would say, is that in the Baltimore market versus the New York market, this becomes a much bigger story.
Well, I mean, certainly when it's players like Jamal Adams who then tweeted out that he told the team last week he wanted to stay, and now and basically put it out there that he felt played. I'm paraphrasing that, but that's
Yeah.
I mean, he basically said the GM went behind my back and shopped me around to teams. Douglas told Michael K on the radio, "I don't take that personally." I mean, it does appear to me that this has got to be a Humpty Dumpty trying to put it back together situation, wouldn't you think?
Well, I mean, you saw the other name mentioned was Le'Veon Bell, and you saw his video last night, and saw him and Joe had already had a discussion, and Le'Veon Bell's completely on board. So I know he mentioned that he had not talked with Jamal Adams. I'm sure he'll have a chance to kind of explain the situation, and I would imagine that Jamal will end up feeling differently once he hears how everything took place. But yeah, look, that's you get it's business, man. It's the NFL is a game, but it's also a business, and I understand how players can get upset, and I think that's just a conversation that's going to take place between two grown men, and everything will smooth out and be fine. I mean, look, Rich, if this team was any good and had any wins, I don't think you'd see the frustration level quite where it is right now, really from the owner all the way down to arguably your best player.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.